Hello student, welcome to biology class, and in this segment of video we discuss about the blood pressure. In previous video lecture we have discussed about the types of circulation, that is single circulation and double circulation, and we have also discussed that double circulation is of two types, incomplete and complete double circulation. So regarding to the blood vascular system of human being, the remaining topic is the blood pressure, which is related to our circulatory system. So blood pressure, we give the definition of blood pressure. First, definition of blood pressure. It is the pressure exerted by blood on the wall of artery. The pressure exerted on the wall of artery by the blood during the ventricular contraction. During ventricular contraction and relaxation. So during ventricular contraction and relaxation, the pressure exerted on the wall of blood vessels by our blood, it is called the blood pressure. So this is the overall definition of blood pressure, and on the basis of contraction and relaxation, the blood pressure is of two types. The contraction stand for systole and relaxation stand for diastole. Means the meaning of contraction is systole while the relaxation is diastole. So on that basis the blood pressure is of two types. The first is systolic blood pressure, in short form it is SBP. So we discussed about BP, that is blood pressure. So systolic blood pressure is SBP, which is about the normal blood pressure or normal systolic blood pressure is about 180 mmHg. mmHg is the unit of pressure. So the 180 mmHg is the normal systolic blood pressure exerted on the wall of artery. So we can also define systolic blood pressure as the pressure exerted on the wall of artery during ventricular contraction. It is called systolic pressure, or ventricular systole, it is called systolic pressure. While the second is the diastolic pressure, diastolic blood pressure, which is in short is termed as DBP, and in normal person it is about 120 mmHg and it is 80 mmHg. So systolic blood pressure is about 120 mmHg, while the diastolic blood pressure is about 80 mmHg. So this is the two kinds of blood pressure and together form the blood pressure. So diastolic pressure can be defined as the pressure exerted on the wall of artery by blood during the during diastole of ventricle or ventricular dilation or relaxation. And the instrument to measure blood pressure is known as sphygmomanometer. Sphygmomanometer. By using sphygmomanometer, we can observe, we can calculate the blood pressure of a person. So, if a person having blood pressure more than 120, so there are two phases of blood pressure. It is the normal range of blood pressure, but if there are some abnormalities also seen related to blood pressure. The first abnormality, it is known as the abnormality of BP. So BP के abnormalities जो है दो कैटेगरी में डिवाइड किए जाएंगे. एक तो नॉर्मल BP हो गया, but there is abnormal BP. The first is known as hypertension. So the case of hypertension is related to the blood pressure where DBP first we compute the SBP, systolic blood pressure, where the SBP is more than 120 mmHg. When the regular count of SBP, systolic blood pressure, will be more than 120 mmHg or 130 mmHg, about 140, more above 130, that condition will be called as hypertension. Or related to DBP, it should be more than 80 mmHg. So we can define hypertension as the regular count of SBP more than 120 while DBP more than 80 mmHg. It is termed as a situation known as hypertension, and which may cause a number of problems in our body, as the rupturing of blood vessels due to more pressure on our blood vessels. The blood vessels may be ruptured or our capillary may rupture, and the loss of blood leads to a number of problems in our body. And the second condition is the second abnormal condition is hypotension. So in the case of hypotension, we will count a continuous count SBP less than 120 mmHg, while DBP, diastolic blood pressure, less than 80 mmHg. So in that case, the situation will be termed as hypotension. Hypo means less, while hyper means more. It means when the SBP will be more, while and DBP also will be more, so that condition will be hypertension. And on other hand, hypotension will be for less SBP and DBP. So in hypotension condition, our body suffer from the lack of nutrient and lack of oxygen, because there will be less, the speed of blood in our body will be less due to less pressure. So due to less pressure, the blood will supply slow movement. So slow movement of blood result in the shortage of oxygen as well as nutrient to our body cell, and that may result in various kind of problems in our body. So this is about the total information related to blood pressure. It is of two types, systolic blood pressure SBP while diastolic pressure DVP, which is normal in condition 120 80 mmHg, and there are abnormalities also related to blood pressure hypertension as well as hypotension. Now we will discuss the next topic, that is after blood in the circulatory system of human being. There are two systems consist of circulatory system in human being. The first is blood vascular system, the second is lymphatic system. So our next topic is lymphatic system. And lymphatic system consists of two components. The first component is lymph vessel, while the second component is lymph. So lymph is the fluid, while lymph vessels are the pathway. The pathway of flow of fluid, which is called lymph vessel, while lymph is the fluid or fluid connective tissue. So it is the second fluid connective tissue of our body, and the formation, how the lymph formation take place. So we discuss with the help of diagram. Suppose these are the body cells, and the body cells are arranged in fluid medium. It means around the body cells there are some surround the body cells, and these fluid are known as tissue fluid. These fluid are known as tissue. And these tissue fluid, our blood vessels, when enters blood vessels in artery, then they convert into capillary, and these capillary cords, their material inside these intercellular spaces, it means tissue fluid. So there will be excess of tissue fluid due to deposition, due to release of substances from capillary. Capillary से जैसे substances release होते हैं, then the number of or amount of tissue fluid becomes increased. So that excess amount of tissue fluid accumulated by another kind of blood vessel, and that kind of blood vessel are known as lymphatic capillary. And that lymphatic capillary drain the excess amount of tissue fluid. So excess amount of tissue fluid can be drained by the help of lymphatic capillary, and that lymphatic capillary, the excess tissue fluid that drain into lymphatic capillary, that excess tissue fluid are known as lymph. So these lymph flow in lymphatic capillary, and lymphatic capillary pour them into lymph vessel, and lymph vessel lastly pour them into the veins, and veins from lymphatic capillary, these are lymph vessel, pour into lymph vessel, and lymph vessel transfer into the veins, and veins transfer the lymph into our heart. It means these excess tissue fluid lastly transfer to our blood, and blood transfer to the other parts of body. So there are some functions also performed by lymph as a fluid connective tissue. The first function we have discussed, that is absorption of digested fat or fatty acid, and the second function is to provide immunity. So lymph capillary, which is present in our small intestine, which is known as lacteal. So through the lacteal, the lymph absorb digested fat, it means fatty acid and glycerol, while they provide immunity with the help of a kind of cell present in our lymph, which is known as lymphocyte. So lymphocyte is phagocytic in nature. We have discussed in blood the type of cell, which is a type of leukocyte. So lymph is not the other thing, it is the, in other word we can say that lymph is plasma without RBC, platelets, and some protein. So except RBC, platelets and some protein, the plasma of blood may be called as lymph, because indirectly lymph is formed with the help by the excess plasma which is released into the body tissue, or which make the body tissue. So drainage of excess body tissue need in our body, because accumulation of excess amount of body tissue in our intercellular spaces or in our tissue may lead to the swelling in that parts of body, and that swelling may cause a number of harmful effect in our body. So they require to drain out from our tissue fluid. So this is all about lymphatic system, which consists of two components, lymph vessel and lymph, which is the fluid. As in the case of blood vascular system, the blood vessels and blood, where we have discussed the third component, which is known as heart. But here there is no need of heart, because lymph lastly received into the heart, and that on that place the heart again pump into this. So heart act as the pumping organ for both, that is blood vascular system and lymphatic system.